Hey guys, it's Marin. Welcome to Indie BTS. Should you copyright your music? Let's get into this. So, copyright is a form of protection for your works. In this case, we're talking about our music and our songs. But the real question is, should you copyright your songs in the first place? We're going to go through some of the pros, some of the cons. Let's start with the pros. If you copyright your songs, your music is registered in a government database that proves you own the song. And I'm talking about the lyrics and the audio recording as well. That way, God forbid, you end up in a situation where you need to prove ownership of the song, recording, lyrics, etc. You have it registered in a government database, not just a music database such as BMI, Songtrust, etc. Reason number 2 that you should copyright your music is that all the major record labels do. I know we're all indie artists here, we're all trying to figure out this crazy music industry, but it is a business. It is a music business because it's about money, it's about profit, it's about releasing something that is then profitable for you as an individual and a company. So if we as indie artists are going to operate on the same level, competing with some of these major record labels, copyright is a great way to protect yourself in the event that you need protection. Reason number 3 you should copyright your music is that it strengthens your position in legal disputes over ownership or originality. Again, it goes back to having your music registered in a government database that from a legal perspective they can look at and say, oh no, she owns this song, she wrote it, she has the copyright for it. Which leads us to reason number 4 is that it will help protect your music against AI. We are living in a world where AI is everywhere. No one really knows how to use it. A lot of people hate it. A lot of people love it. I'm kind of in the middle where I believe it has its uses, but it also can go very, very far, very, very fast in a negative way. I created a whole video on why I took my music off Spotify. AI is part of the reason for that. There are a lot of companies out there, not just Spotify, that are using our music that is put out in the world to share because we love creating and love releasing music, and they are training their AI off of the content that we are creating. Do we get paid for that? No. Do we get paid for the derivative works that are being created? Yes, derivative works is actually listed in Spotify's terms of service. Go look it up for yourself. So the pros of having your music copyrighted is that you are protected from a multitude of things that could happen, which leads us to our cons. What if it never does? What if you never need to actually use the copyright? There is a chance that you don't need it. However, if you are someone that wants to do music seriously and actually make this a career, it is a smart decision because we see musicians and writers being brought into court all the time. It is a very normal thing. People claim, you stole my music, you stole my melody, it's a repeat of that. It happens all the time. And so this is a layer of protection that you are giving yourself for the future, for the possibility. But it is that just a possibility. Another reason that maybe you don't want to copyright your music is it's very time consuming. I've done it. I've sat down and done it. It takes a lot of time because you want to do it right. You don't want to rush something like this. It's legal. You want to make sure everything is done correctly. So that would be another con, is that it's very time consuming and it also can be very expensive depending on how you choose to copyright your songs. If you copyright individual singles or songs, it can get very expensive very fast. We choose to batch create our songs. Even though we may be releasing them as singles, we choose to make them an album and copyright them as an album and then release them however we choose to because it's slightly cheaper. At the end of the day, I do believe that it is something worth doing. I do believe that it's important, especially if you want to really make music a career and something that you do for a long time. I think it's worth it. But let me know your thoughts below. Do you copyright your music? Are you going to? Have you ever done it before? Why wouldn't you want to copyright your music? And please make sure to like and subscribe. I do a video like this every week documenting the life of an indie artist. And if you want to hear some of my music, I've linked it below. Bye guys.